Atlanta, happy Mother's Day. Hey, you know no junk food for breakfast.
Dad lets us.
He also lets you go to school without any underwear.
It's called free balling, Mom.
Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Christy, Matt, Alonzo. Mother's Day is coming up in May, but this week, Mother's Day, another Garry Marshall holiday comedy.
They keep getting worse. Just when you think they couldn't possibly get worse, they get worse. And this one is the worst of all. So it's Mother's Day. I am totally your target audience for this movie. You know, as a mom in my 40s, I am your target. You know, I knew when Julia Roberts was young. I remember all this stuff. So Kate Hudson's a mom, and Jennifer Aniston's a mom, and Julia Roberts might be a mom, and Britt Robertson's a mom, and Jason Sudeikis is a dad. And
Wait,
they all.
what? What?
It's not Father's Day yet. This is craziness. So this is how wacky Garry Marshall is now getting with his holiday ensemble comedies. And all their lives are intertwined in Atlanta, which gives them the opportunity to wear workout clothes a lot. Take a look.
Sandy is a single mom.
Her ex just got remarried to like a 12-year-old.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
I'm here for a job. Tell me more about this tween and your ex-husband.
I'm sure I exaggerated. I'll have a better idea once all the acne clears up.
Bradley is Mr. Mom.
Did you go to the supermarket?
What do we need?
Juice, eggs.
Eggs?
And tampons.
What was that?
Tampons.
I'm just gonna write T. I don't know what that means.
Need a price check on organic.
No, that's not necessary.
Daughter?
Yeah, 2.
Same boat, 2 sons.
It's nice meeting you. Sandy with 2 sons.
Jessie never sees her mom.
It's just all this Mother's Day stuff, and I start thinking about how I haven't talked to Mom.
Hi.
Oh, I have to say, Jess.
You haven't aged that much.
Thank you.
Kristen never met her mom.
I was adopted. I've always wondered, did she just throw me away?
What you have to do, you have to find your mother. Do you have kids?
Career keeps me busy. Who shall I make it out to?
Mother's Day.
Tanner, no.
Oh.
It's like the 4th time he's done this.
Yeah, I found that very gratuitous. Like, you know, it had to have been sponsored by Kate Hudson's Fabletics line of workout gear because they run all the time.
And Fiji Water and Home Shopping Network.
And the Four Seasons. Apparently, they stayed at the Four Seasons while they were.
I think so. Guests of Mother's Day stay at the Four Seasons Atlanta.
Yes.
This movie sucks so much. I'm just going to get a selfie of us while we're doing this, right?
Thank you. This movie inspired me to start my worst of list. Right?
Already?
Yeah, it's April,
Nice.
and I'm realizing, I'd seen some bad movies, but this is so atrocious.
You know, I mean, there was a time when Garry Marshall, it was a brief window, when Garry Marshall was making not the worst movies, you know, like Flamingo Kid or Nothing in Common. Like, there were some sharp movies.
Soap Dish.
Soap
I like Soap
Dish.
Dish a
I always
lot.
forget he made. Wait, he didn't direct that.
Oh,
he was in
no,
it.
he's
He's in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He doesn't get
I
to
like
claim
Garry Marshall.
Soap Dish. He as an actor, he's funny. I love him in Lost in America. You said schmucks like Wayne Newton, you know. Anyway, but no,
Behind the camera,
these
however,
these holiday movies, you're right, they do keep getting worse. The cast at least got smaller on this one. There's not like the 80 people there were in Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve. But brother, nothing funny, nothing insightful. It's got that bright, bland, like even waitresses have houses with patios on them kind of thing. I said in my review that this movie is one Folgers coffee can turned to camera away from being a Hallmark Channel movie. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing happening here.
Well, is nothing happening, but also way too much happening. And it's edited so erratically. Like, it will just cut away, like right when something's about to build to a climax or something important's going to happen, it'll just cut away, or there's like weird asides from random extras and strangers.
Yeah.
Like, there's a giant birthday party that Jennifer Aniston's character stages with like a bouncy house and a petting zoo and all this. And out of nowhere, they cut away to this clown in a blue wig going, "What a great party." It's
Right.
really strange.
Well, and you know, this movie wants Jennifer Aniston's character especially to kind of be this hot mess of like, of single momhood who she's, you know, she's still friends with her ex, but she's upset because maybe they're getting back together, but oh no, he's getting married or he's already gotten married, and you know, she has this moment where she's meeting somebody else, like this business opportunity, and it's a disaster, but she's still like, it's not really that much of a disaster.
Because she's still Jennifer Aniston.
Right, she's still Jennifer Aniston, and she's still pretty glam, and like there's all of this feels almost kind of like tame sitcom-y too.
Oh,
right?
super!
And it's
like Jennifer Aniston's character is supposed to be a big enough deal interior designer that she's done the lobby of a 5-star hotel, and yet she shows up at this meeting with this sad little cardboard diorama. I'm like, lady, where is your PowerPoint presentation? You're not going to show up with this little like 4th grade science project thing, you know,
Also,
and pass that off as your work.
The interior of her own house is not all that spectacular.
No.
Right?
Well, it could be a do as I say, not as I do kind of situation.
It's fine. There's not a single authentic moment in this movie, and it strains so hard for poignancy, and it veers so wildly between like wacky physical sitcom-y antics and then like supposedly tear-jerking moments.
Maudlin.
Right?
Yeah.
Getting your hand stuck inside of the vending machine for a meet cute, and then it's like tears at a wedding and painful.
And if you think it would be a great idea to unleash taggers to spray paint all over Mount Rushmore, you will also like the fact that Margot Martindale gets to play a racist homophobe rube from Texas.
Yeah, they're from Texas.
In an RV, which is just a desecration of one of our national landmarks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you do not put Margot Martindale in a shit movie like this and give her nothing funny or interesting to do.
What's frustrating is that storyline is Kate Hudson and her sister are both married, and they've both hidden it from their parents, right? Because their parents are racist. And that's the kernel of what could be an interesting story, right? Like there could be something like you could do a comedy based on that, you could do a drama based on that. Like but that's the one story in this thing that has any potential at all.
Or relevance.
Or
substance.
Right? Or substance. And they just do nothing.
They do wacky stuff with it.
But it's like it's the lowest stakes shenanigans that you could possibly imagine, right? Like it's a big deal that like Kate Hudson's been lying to her husband about her parents. She's been lying to her parents about her life, and that could end up being poignant. That could end up having something at stake. And the movie's just like, oh, look how silly this is. Oh, well, put everybody in an RV and do a car chase, and like that'll be.
Garry Marshall wants to remind you that he's the guy behind Love American Style. That's what all of these movies are Love American Style.
And that scene actually with the runaway RV has maybe the most glaring example of a weird like non sequitur moment. Do you remember? So the cops are pulling over everybody in the RV, and they all have their hands up, but they're all down on the ground. And out of nowhere, this woman walks across in between them all to get her mail.
Oh, right.
Like she's on a cul-de-sac and she walks to get her mail between the police and the suspects. And then the camera cuts to her like opening her mailbox and pulling the envelopes out in the middle of what is supposed to be a really tense scene. Like, what is happening here? It's so weird. I will say there's one scene that worked for me.
Which one?
And that is when Julia Roberts explains why she gave her daughter up for adoption. And because there is some vague bit of honesty and truth, and she's Julia Roberts. She can bring the tears beautifully.
But she's got that damn wig on, which is the worst.
That wig.
I love what you said about what that wig looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Lemon Cat, you know?
It looks like Lemon Cat.
And that whole storyline has been so contrived, and it involves the world's blandest stand-up comedian.
Oh, he's horrible. And the cutaways to the audience going, oh, he's so funny.
Oh, my God.
That, too. It's so forced.
Ugh, painful.
Oh, my God. All right.
Painful, this film.
That's where this movie really shows what it really is, right? So the guy that wins the stand-up comedy special in this movie is the one who can't find a sitter and brings his baby up on stage. And that's why everyone loves him, because he's got a baby. Oh.
Like, that's supposed to be funny in itself. Like, they all laugh because the baby's cute, and it's these cutaways to these like hysterical laughter.
Right,
like,
and
it
the
was
jokes
so
about having the baby aren't that funny.
Nothing is funny. Not a single thing is funny. All right, so what are our numbers, friends?
2.5, which suddenly feels really generous.
I was going to say, do you want to change your number?
Yeah, it's 2.
Okay.
That's as high as I want to go.
All right. You're saying 2.
I'm going down at 1.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So I'm saying 1, you're saying 1, you're saying 2. What's 4 divided by 3?
It's a 1.3.
1.3. Even I can do that.
It stinks. And it's at 13% on the tomato meter.
Oh, well, there you go.
It stinks.
Don't take your mom. If you love your mother,
take her to piano.
Unless you have nursed lifelong resentments against your mother and now is the time to get revenge, do not take her.
But even then, you're forced to watch it too.
That's
so don't
true.
take your
Unless
mother to Mother's Day.
If you don't like your mother and you can drop her off, maybe.
Mommy Dearest is better.
Bye.